Over 1 million people just like you have called the Kenny Kingston Psychic Hotline. Now it's your turn.
Every time I talk to one of Kenny's psychics, I feel so great. I mean, they're always there when I need them.
They really help me make some very important decisions fast instead of waiting weeks.
Every time I call Kenny's Psychic Hotline, it's like I find out something new about myself.
Work with your psychic. They're here to aid you, comfort you, to guide you. Please make that call now.
Psychic Readers Network.
Free psychic samples.
Psychic Readers Network.
Free sample readings.
Psychic Readers Network.
Free sample psychic readings.
No phony claims. No actors faking testimonials. We won't even try to convince you how good we actually are. Try us for free, and you decide for yourself. This sample reading is on us.
Free sample readings. Need we say more?
Call 1-900-773-0228.
The following is a paid presentation by New Lauderdale. You are the new generation. Act now. Get connected.
What a fantastic opportunity.
This is the best I've ever seen, period. End of story.
This is an incredible gift.
Ladies and gentlemen, television, motion picture, and recording star, Philip Michael Thomas.
Hey, all right. Hey, I love it. Hello, I'm Philip Michael Thomas, and I have something very special for you. And getting it is as easy as picking up your telephone. Are you curious? Yeah, all right. Well, every day, opportunities for love, money, and happiness pass us by. Doors open and close, and we don't even know why. But just as great athletes need coaches, we need guidance also to recognize opportunity, to find love, to have money. And I invite you to make this call right now and get connected. Thousands of people just are enjoying more money, more love, and more success in their lives. And now it's your turn. Don't let another door close. Do it for yourself. Call right now.
I was amazed. Anyone who wants insights into life ought to try it.
Believe me when I tell you, this is one of life's greatest mysteries and greatest treasures. Once you experience it, you'll understand. Everyone should call. You should call.
Have I got your attention?
Yeah.
Are you ready to do something for yourself?
Yeah.
Good, because what I'm about to give you is totally revolutionary. It's a place where dreams really can and do come true. And it's my gift to you, the Philip Michael Thomas Psychic Connection. If you think this is like any other psychic line, let me tell you, the connection is much more than just a psychic telephone line. My psychics are the best in the world, and to prove it, I want you to sample psychic reading right now and see for yourself. Let's meet someone special. If you watch daytime dramas, you'll recognize him because he played on The Bold and the Beautiful for 2 years and on Santa Barbara for 5 years. His name is Todd McKee. Now, we've sent a live camera over to visit him on the set of his newest production. And along with our camera crew is Leah Logan. She's agreed to give Todd a live reading right here and right now. So let's listen in on Todd and our psychic, Leah Logan.
And no illness. Good. You'll never be sick a day in your life.
I'll never be sick.
You
Good.
never
Thank
are,
God.
are you?
Nope, never
you
sick.
don't get sick. The only time you get...
It's amazing you know that.
You're a no-limit person, aren't you, Todd?
Yeah.
When did you become a no-limit person? A year ago?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, a year ago.
Right on. I'm telling you, it was last spring.
You need to go with your gut feelings more. You haven't learned to trust. As you get into the psychic world more, you'll begin to trust what you feel. That's really what it help people pull that out of themselves.
Yeah.
How do you feel about kids?
Well, I love kids.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, definitely would want kids.
Good.
Am I going to have kids?
I
What do you mean
think
good?
you
I mean,
will.
real good, like a lot of kids?
Well, because you're going to have those twins.
I'm going to have twins?
Yeah.
My dad's an identical twin.
Oh, yeah?
That's kind of weird.
Well, I guess it's time for somebody else to have twins. You need a cat at your house. That kitty will get along all right with that doggy.
How'd you know I had a dog? That's amazing.
Well, sure.
Should I sell my car?
Never sell that car. Oh, you'd be so unhappy without that car.
I know I would.
When your little, one of your twin boys is older,
Yeah.
he'll sure want that car.
Yeah. This thing is the best car.
Is it red?
Yes, it's red.
Yeah.
How did you know?
And
That's
white?
amazing. Red and white?
Red and white.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
The
see it.
60 Corvette is red with the white coves
Okay.
on the side.
Okay,
You're
great.
absolutely
This has
amazing.
been great.
You're absolutely amazing.
Anytime.
Now, Todd, I know you got to get back to work, but I just want to thank you for being a part of our show. My pleasure, yes. And thank you, Leah, for that wonderful reading.
Yes,
What a
thank you very
wonderful
much,
connection. I want you to have your own experience with a psychic. And you can try it out for yourself with our free sample readings. Just call now and stay with us because we have some amazing stories ahead.
Next on The Psychic Connection, a woman miraculously avoids a potentially fatal crash.
My psychic saved my life.
We introduce you to the Philip Michael Thomas Psychic Connection with a free sample reading. So call now. You have nothing to lose.
Free sample reading? Oh, man. She really knew about me. Yeah, I got some great advice.
I got a free sample reading, and my psychic's advice was as good as gold.
Psychics introduce you to romance, wealth, and success. Talk one-on-one with your very own psychic with our free sample reading.
The free samples are what did it. I got to try out a psychic for free, and his advice was great. It was really great.
It has opened doors for me that I never really even thought about.
Why pay for what you can have for free? Turn things around in your life. Begin doing what you've always wanted to do now, simply by calling right now for your free 3-minute sample reading.
My daughter Bianca had a stroke, and I received a phone call that she could not talk. And in talking back and forth with the doctors believed that this would be a permanent condition, and I just did not want to believe what they were saying. And then she started having these weird dreams of someone that she was seeing in all this white and telling her to come into this light. And someone had told her that was a dream of death, which made her afraid, and she would wake herself up so she wouldn't complete the dream. So then I called to talk to the psychic. Then I told him about her dream, and he says, tell her to relax and let the dream happen. And within a week's time, she should be talking again. And sure enough, she called me.
I said, Mom, it's me, it's Baby. And we both just started going, ah! We were just screaming on the phone back and forth because we couldn't believe it. I'm now talking to her psychic like every other day. And he's giving me good advice.
Now, welcome back. Now, earlier I promised you that we'd share some amazing but true stories of people helped by psychics. I think you'll agree that this story qualifies. Now, this is from B. Schaefer from Los Angeles, California. Dear Philip, my life, and I mean that as literally as it gets.
About a year ago, when I was working at an insurance company, I was part of a carpool. I would always pick up my friend Sharon at about 5 p.m. right outside the phone company office where she worked. During this period in my life, I'd been calling this one psychic from time to time, talking about my career and where it was and wasn't going. And in this one conversation, she stopped talking for a long moment. And I thought we had been disconnected, but then she spoke again, and what she said sent shivers up my back. She saw me driving my car at the intersection where I make a left turn to pick up Sharon. The light turns green, and as I enter the intersection, a man driving a tan car runs the red light and crashes right into me. She saw this terrible accident in my car, possibly dead. But I wasn't really convinced that she knew what she was talking about, so I just kind of let it go and got on with my life. Some days later, I was driving my car ready to pick up Sharon, and, I was kind of just thinking about dinner, and I was anxious and had a hard day and wanted to get home. When the light turned green, I was all set to go, but I didn't because I just felt this chill come over me. instead of gunning it like I usually do, I hit the brakes. And I looked to my left, and what I saw froze me with terror. It was him. It was the man in the tan car. I'll never forget that day as long as I live. My psychic saved my life. You know, getting that close to death makes me appreciate life all the more. And I'm so thankful for the connection.
Fortunately, most of our members don't need the kind of life and death advice that B. Schaefer got. More often, we want to know, what do I do about my relationship, my financial situation, or my health? So why not just ask a friend for advice? Why call a psychic? That's a fair question. To help answer it, I want you to meet a pioneer in psychic development. She has appeared on Unsolved Mysteries and A Current Affair. She has a degree in behavioral science and has conducted dolphin research with the University of Miami, the founder of Delphi University and the director of the Delphi Psychic Training Center in McKaysville, Georgia. Please welcome Patricia Hayes. Good to be happy. So, Patricia, tell me, why call a psychic? Why not just ask a friend for advice?
Well, sometimes a loved one or a friend is so close to the situation that they give a subjective. A psychic is able to give an objective view of what's going on in a person's life. It's as if they are able to see images. They are able to sense feelings.
Well, tell us how a psychic can help with a relationship problem.
There was a woman and a man, and they had been going together for 5 years. Now, the woman wanted to get married, and the man kept saying he wasn't ready. She was so frustrated. She called one of our psychics. Now, the psychic saw her moving to another town and getting married.
All right.
Well, this gave her the confidence to follow her own instincts. She did move. She met the man of her life, and she is happily married today.
All right. That's beautiful.
Yes.
Well, what about health?
It was a couple, husband and wife, and they were both lawyers. And they had a daughter, and this daughter all of a sudden began to get fits of depression and actually showed suicidal tendencies. So the mother finally called me. And as she was telling me her story, I began to see images of an older woman in the girl's bedroom. I said, did you recently hang an oil painting of an older woman in your home? And she said, yes, as a matter of fact, I did. And I said, she's up the depression of the lady in this picture, and she is acting it out. If you get rid of the picture, you'll get rid of the problem. Well, of course, the woman got rid of it that day, and no problem since.
All right, all right. Well, psychics can be valuable in all kinds of situations.
Yes, they sure can, and that's why I like the Philip Michael Thomas Psychic Connection.
How so?
Well, because, you know, your free sample reading that you give?
Yeah.
This gives a person an opportunity that has never been psychic before to do so at no risk to themselves. You know, that's a very fair and generous offer.
All right.
Got it.
I love it. Patricia, we only have a few minutes, but would you be willing to do a few sample readings?
I sure would.
All right. Would you like that? Would you like that?
Welcome to you. Would you stand up for me? I'm sensing a job change for you. You feel almost like you're burnt out where you are, don't you? Yes, I can see that. Yes, I do feel that you will change fields altogether, that you will be very successful in your next field, and it's going to have much more creativity to it, and you will enjoy that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
You radiate. You really have the energy of a healer. And you could have gone into medicine if you really wanted to. But my sense is that you're a people person. And come up to you out of a clear blue sometimes and start telling you their problems, and you will find yourself just giving them an answer. You have a tremendous amount of compassion. And there are people in your circle close to you that depend on you very strongly, don't they? Yes, they do. I wish you luck in whatever you do, because I know you're going to be a true healer as you walk through life.
All right, all right. Well, Patricia, thank you so much for sharing your love and your energy. Patricia Hayes.
Next on the Psychic Connection, Philip is reunited with his firstborn daughter, Sasha Nicole, and the psychic who predicted her birth. To introduce you to the Philip Michael Thomas Psychic Connection with a free sample reading. So call now. You have nothing to lose.
Everybody asks me if this is for real, and I say, yeah, it really is.
Having access to this kind of advice, for me, it's been incredible.
Let our psychics introduce you to romance, wealth, and success. Talk one-on-one with your very own psychic with our free sample reading.
It's really hard to find a good value these days, but this is it.
I really like the free sample reading because I was able to use a psychic without any obligation, and I'm glad I did.
Why pay for what you can have for free? Turn things around in your life. Begin doing what you've always wanted to do now, simply by calling right now for your free 3-minute sample reading.
About 3 years ago, I called the psychic, and she told me that I was going to get pregnant, and I was going to have a dark-haired baby girl with big black eyes. And I was saying, there's no way I'm get pregnant. I'm on the pill. It's not going to happen. So about 2 months later, I got pregnant. And in May of 1992, I had a dark-haired baby girl with big black eyes. And here she is with big black eyes and dark hair, and definitely a girl. So I'm definitely a believer, and I call quite often.
Hi, and welcome back to the Psychic Connection. One of the special people in my life is a woman that I've known and loved for many years. Her name is Daisy Richards, and she's one of the greatest psychics that I know. Daisy?
About 20 years ago, I met Philip and Pat, his wife at the time. They was desperately wanting to get a baby, and they had been trying for about 6 years.
That's right. You know, we had been to doctors, and the doctors pronounced us healthy, and they said that they saw no reason why we weren't pregnant. And it was because we were considering some extreme medical procedures that might have affected the baby and Pat.
Also, at that particular time, Phil, I told you that I saw you going south, and your career would start in the south.
Yeah, that was about 1973, and Miami Vice came about 12 years later.
And at that particular time, you also asked me, did I see you and Pat with kids or children?
Yeah, I remember we were just holding our breath and saying,
I told you it would be a beautiful girl, that she would have a football team of kids.
So we put away our worries, and just as Daisy said, we had a beautiful baby girl. I want you to meet my daughter, Sasha. I love you.
So, how did you feel being predicted?
Well, you know, to know that my parents tried for 6 years to have a baby and they wanted me so bad, you know, it makes me feel very, very special.
Well, Sasha may have been predicted, but one thing Sasha is not is predictable.
It's true. And, Dad, you know a lot about me. Admit that. But one thing that you don't know, it's not bad, don't worry, is that I called your Psychic Connection for free, and I've been getting readings that are absolutely fantastic.
Well, Daisy, can you give us a, you know, what do you sense about Sasha now?
You have work coming up for you in Florida. There's a contract right now, something that you've signed that you have sent in some form of a resume. You're going to hear from in the next, right in this cycle. In the next 10, you're going to hear from it, and it's going to be some type of job offer is coming to you. Also, I do sense that you are going to be a superstar. You're going to be a recording artist. And you're also going to be a dancer.
Well, you two are both the lights and loves of my life, and I'm so happy to have you on this show. Love you. Love you.
Well, I was really broke, and I called my psychic, and she told me who owed me money paying me back. I thought, well, the only person who owes me money owes me $1,500, and there's no way he's paying me back. Well, a month later, he paid me every cent of that $1,500, just like she said.
Next on the Psychic Connection, Philip and his daughter, Sasha Nicole, sing a duet, especially for you.
Oh, swim the deepest sea. With you, I can conquer earth and heaven.
We want to introduce you to the Philip Michael Thomas Psychic Connection with a free sample reading. So call now. You have nothing to lose.
The free samples are what did it. I got to try out a psychic for free, and his advice was great. It was really great.
I really did enjoy the free sample reading because I could try it without any obligations.
Let our psychics introduce you to romantic success. Talk one-on-one with your very own psychic with our free sample reading.
I've never seen anything like this in my life. It really is fantastic.
Why pay for what you can have for free? Turn things around in your life. Begin doing what you've always wanted to do now, simply by calling right now for your free 3-minute sample readings.
Well, I'd had plenty of girlfriends, but nothing ever serious. I called a psychic, and she told me that someone I knew was going to show up unexpectedly, and we were going to fall in love. Well, a couple of days went by, and I'm in a houseware store, and I run into this person I had known a long time, but I never considered her as a possible girlfriend. We had coffee, and we just clicked. We're getting married in 3 months, and I'm sending my psychic an invitation.
Now I want you to meet an actress who made us laugh and cringe at the same time. A performance in Private Benjamin, and who has won high praise and many awards, including an Emmy. Yet, all of her success in show business, as you will see, is only a small part of her story. So please welcome Miss Eileen Brennan.
Hello. Hi, Philip.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Wonderful.
Okay, young.
Now, Eileen, now you've been involved with psychic phenomena for quite some time, right?
I was a very angry person after this accident, and
Now you were walking across the street.
yes, I'd been out to dinner with my friend Goldie, and she had had a premonition all day that she should call and cancel our dinner and, you know, make it for another evening. She's very psychic.
Yeah. But did you see how, you know, did you see yourself?
Nothing. No, I was just propelled into a space. Was horrifying. You know, I started to cross the street, and there was a blackout in Venice. I think there's a lot of blackouts in Venice. But so there were no lights, and she had gotten into her car, and my car was parked across the street, and I started to go, and she saw it and screamed, and obviously I heard, because I turned this to avoid it, because this is the side, well, both legs were broken. But this is the side that was, every bone in my face was broken.
So you had a real reason to be here. You have a very special message to give.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. You know what? I know that you had a psychic reading today. We had cameras in there.
Oh, no, don't you dare tell me that.
You have felt like you were here for a special, for something, to give something. And you feel like you haven't given it yet, even though you've done so much for so many people. But this is the next step, because my sense is that I see activity in the contract of a book. This book will contain your hearts, and it's going to be a bestseller. It's an important...
I've been asked to write a book so many times. I even have started it several times.
It's not an important that it's an intellectual work of art. What's important
I
is that
think
it
you're
comes
right.
from here.
I think you're absolutely right.
You see, Eileen, you were terrific.
Well, I guess it didn't hurt so bad. Actually, it was a great reading. It really was. It was one of the best I've ever had.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because, you know, we work very, very hard to make sure that all of our psychics are wonderful.
Well, you know, you have something very... It is a gift. And I just hope that people take advantage of your connection.
All right.
Because it isn't often that we get something of such great value for free.
All right, thank you. Thank you. I love it. Love it, love it. All right, Miss Eileen Brennan.
When my psychic asked me if I had a late model black American-made car with tan leather interior, I was pretty impressed. But then she told me to go get the rear brakes checked, and I told her I had rear brake pads put on just a week ago. But she insisted, so I took it to another place, had the guy take a look, and sure enough, the first guy hadn't even changed.
Including U.S. government securities funds. Digital, doing whatever it takes to make information work.